I feel I'm underdressed.
No, not at all.
Oh, no.
You ever met Idina Menzel?
No, we
What
have not.
so
Is
nice
this
to meet
enough
you.
space?
A little more would be nice, actually.
A little.
No, this is great.
I was reading about you, and I read that your love of comedy began when you were 11 years old, or on your 11th birthday.
Yeah, I don't know why. My parents were big comedy fans, and they would listen to vinyl records in the house of like Steve Martin, and then I went.
Your parents are cool.
They're cool.
Yeah,
They're very cool.
Yes.
And then I went to a comedy club for my 11th birthday, and I sat in the front row, and I had like tartan trousers and a little suede waistcoat, and every comedian was referencing that there was a child in the audience.
Dressed as a newsie.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, like a kind of like Victorian.
Right.
And then the headliner got me up on stage and made me be his ventriloquist dummy. And he made me say all these filthy things, and my parents were so worried I was going to be traumatized. But
Yeah, I was going to say.
I loved it. I was,
Right.
yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
You also did something called musical comedy in the beginning. What is
Something
I mean,
called
I know I know what musical comedy is, but is there a deeper meaning that you were doing?
No, absolutely not.
Oh,
No,
okay.
I was
Literally musical comedy.
Listen,
okay.
yeah.
Yes.
I was a huge Weird Al fan, and when I started doing comedy, 25 years ago, that's insane. I would just change the lyrics to songs, and that's what I did.
I also heard that you sometimes enjoy bombing at stand-up.
Yeah, I don't.
Dig into that,
Why
because
do you
this may
enjoy
be
it?
coming back to your childhood trauma from being a ventriloquist
You're
on
right.
stage. Yeah.
It feels very diagnosable, actually. That's the thing, yeah.
Right.
No, I mean, I prefer to watch people bomb with
Yes.
other comedians. I find it really heroic. Like that they sat down and they thought, this is really funny, and then watching them scramble.
Right.
And I don't mind it myself. It feels really kind of, I don't know, poetic.
What was the worst time you've bombed? Do you remember it? I'm sure you do.
I don't even know where to start. I mean,
Really?
there's so many years of bombing, Andy. Like,
Really?
yeah, but one stands out. I was at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival, and they
Yep.
were doing like a 24-hour comedy marathon.
Yep.
Just a terrible idea. And I went on at 4 a.m, and I had my little guitar, and I was quaking with fear.
Right.
And before I even said a word, like I didn't say anything, someone in the audience went, "What are you doing?" Like, what? And it spun me. I was in like an existential.
I bet.
I was like, what am I doing?
What am I? Yeah, right. And also, why am I here at 4 a.m?
Why am I here? Why am
Adina,
I
have you
alive?
ever bombed?
No.
Every night.
No.
Yeah, because there's always a certain joke. You know, I was noticing last night, there was a joke that really was great one night.
Yeah.
Right.
So I've been trying to repeat it, and every night it's just getting more crickets and more crickets and more
Right.
crickets. So
That
I think I need to like let it go.
Oh, she said it! She said it! Now, this is your debut music album.
Yes.
That takes guts. I mean, you're known as a comedian, and here you're coming out with an album. Were you nervous to share this side of you?
I'm nervous just to be alive on the earth.
No.
Yeah, I am. but-
Again,
yeah.
going back to the childhood
Going back
trauma.
to childhood,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
But no, it's terrifying. It feels so vulnerable. A comedy is as well, but yeah, I've always wanted to do it, and I'm excited about it. Yeah.
Where'd the title come from?
I'm a TV. Titles are hard, right?
Yeah.
I feel like we all have so much static electricity in our heads, and we carry so many projections of other people, and I think a lot about, well, imagine like being in the Redwoods if you stripped away everyone else and all the noise. I don't know. My friend was like, does it stand for I'm a transvestite? And I was like, no, but sure.
Right, okay.
Is
Yeah,
it all original music?
It is, yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, thanks.
It's just more vulnerable
Well,
to do that.
there's like earnestness is really scary, and you can't bail halfway through a song and be like,
No.
oh, this isn't going well.
No,
Yeah.
no. You say you overshare
Yeah.
in your comedy. Do you warn your friends or family, hey, maybe tonight would be a night not to come?
Right. I've learned to warn them. Yeah.
You
I've
have?
learned not to use people's full names.
Yes. Okay, that's a good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Your lawyer
definitely.
recommended that?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. I've had people reach out from the past.
I've
for
always
sure.
wondered, though, when it's so obvious to a family member
Yeah.
or an ex or something, like certain comedians will just do it, and apparently
Yeah.
their relationship is fine. I don't think
know.
my husband would appreciate it
I
if
know.
I was really...
I try to be I mainly make fun of myself, and that's a great way around all that stuff.
Right.
So if you're always the butt of the joke, then you're safe, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we need to take a quick break. Let's hear it for Mae Martin. The album is I'm a TV. It's available wherever you get your music.